He dumped me for his classmate, and I was left with nothing but a mountain of student loan debt that wasn't even mine.
My parents were there too, beaming, sitting beside me, so incredibly proud of their future son-in-law. We sat in the massive audience, a sea of caps and gowns before us, a buzz of excitement filling the air. When Mark's name was finally called, a thrill shot through me. I cheered, clapped until my hands actually hurt, a silent anthem of all my years of effort. He walked across the stage, accepted his diploma, looked out at the vast crowd, and for a split second, his eyes met mine. He smiled, a proud, confident, radiant smile. My heart swelled, ready to burst with pride. This was our victory. But then, as he walked off stage, he didn't come towards us. He didn't even glance in our direction. He veered left, directly towards a group of students waiting by the side. And there she was, Chloe, tall, confident, effortlessly elegant. Mark reached her, a wide, genuine smile on his face, took her hand, and they walked out of the hall together, laughing, holding hands, seemingly oblivious to the thousands of people around them. My stomach dropped. A cold, heavy dread seeped into my bones, spreading rapidly, paralyzing me. My parents looked at each other, then back at me, their faces slowly morphing from pride to confusion, then dawning horror. The celebratory roar of the crowd, the joyous music, the vibrant colors of the day, it all faded into a dull, distant thrum. The world, my world, spun violently on its axis, then completely toppled over. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. All I could see was their clasped hands, walking away from me. I waited by the exit, my parents by my side, forcing a smile that felt like it was tearing my face. My hands were clammy, my palms sweating. The air felt heavy, charged with unspoken truths. Mark finally emerged from the chaotic post-ceremony crowd, still with Chloe, still holding her hand, still laughing at something she had said, utterly absorbed in her. He looked so happy, so free. Then he saw me. His smile faltered, just for a second. His eyes flickered, looking from me to Chloe, then back to me, an unreadable expression on his face, a mix of discomfort, maybe a hint of guilt, but mostly an unsettling coldness. Chloe, sensing the sudden tension, looked a little uncomfortable, glancing between us, then pretended to be absorbed in her phone. I swallowed hard, my throat suddenly dry, tight. Mark, I managed to say, my voice barely a whisper, thin and reedy. What is going on? He dropped Chloe's hand then, almost imperceptibly. He sighed, a loud, exasperated sound, as if I was the unreasonable one, the inconvenience. Sarah, we need to talk. He pulled me a few feet aside, away from Chloe, but close enough that my parents, watching with growing alarm from a distance, could see his dismissive body language. His voice was low, devoid of any warmth, any of the affection he'd shown me for years. Look, this isn't working. We're in different places now. I've met someone. He glanced briefly at Chloe, who was now pretending to be completely absorbed in her phone, but I could feel her presence, her knowing, her silent victory. Chloe and I, we have a connection, a future. He paused, then added the cruelest, most casual part, a phrase that would haunt me for months. It's not you, it's just, you don't fit into my new life anymore. I'm sorry. And then, impossibly, he actually tried to shake my hand, like a business acquaintance at a networking event. My vision blurred. I couldn't breathe. My parents, seeing my collapse, rushed over. My dad's face was thunderous. My mom gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. This couldn't be happening. Not here. Not now. Not after everything. The next few days were a blur of tears, disbelief, and furious, desperate phone calls to Mark that went unanswered. No apologies, no explanations, just a dismissive text message saying he'd pay me back when he could. A hollow promise. When I looked at our joint bank statements, the full, sickening truth hit me like a sledgehammer. He'd already moved most of his own savings, nearly $50,000, into a new, separate account, leaving our joint account almost empty. The initial inheritance, all the money I'd sent for his second year, every single dollar I'd sacrificed, it was effectively gone. Just gone. My dream condo, my plans for a master's degree, all sacrificed for a man who didn't even have the decency to break up with me before openly parading his new girlfriend around.